Swami Kriyananda once learned a valuable lesson about the right attitude toward spiritual work. It came during a conversation with an older, advanced woman disciple who had served closely under Paramahansa Yogananda. Master had placed her in charge of training some of the newer disciples. She said, "One day, Master told me, you work too hard. You must work less. If you don't, you'll ruin your health." So I decided to ease up and do less. But a few days later, to her surprise, Yogananda gave her even more responsibilities. This happened several times. Each time he told her to rest, he soon gave her more to do. She began to wonder what lesson he was trying to teach. One day she said to him, "Sir, maybe instead of calling it work, we should call it service." Yogananda laughed and replied, "It has been a good show. All your life you've been thinking, work, work, work. That very thought has been exhausting you. But just see how differently you feel when you think of work as divine service. When you act to please God, you can do twice as much and never feel tired." The insight touched Kriyananda deeply. He had often noticed that when he gave himself fully to serving God, his energy increased rather than diminished. Still, he asked, "Can someone be too willing?" "I often throw myself into work so eagerly that I lose my inner peace. Then the joy fades, and I feel tired." She nodded. "That's a good point," she said. "Without inner peace, we lose the consciousness of God's presence. And when we can't feel Him, we can't draw His energy." Then she smiled and added, "Master told me, it's not the work that tires us. It's our unwillingness that blocks the divine flow." She then shared another lesson. One day, Master was cooking in the kitchen, and she decided to clean up after him, washing pans and wiping spills as he went. But instead of things getting cleaner, Master kept making more of a mess, using pan after pan, spilling more and more. She worked faster, trying to keep up. Finally, she gave up, deciding to wait until he was finished. As she observed, she noticed a slight smile on Master's face, though he said nothing. Then it dawned on her. He had been teaching her something. She had been working with a restless spirit, caught up in activity instead of calm, God-reminding service. Swami Kriyananda reflected deeply on what she shared. He himself learned in time to make inner peace his bottom line. No matter how many calls he had on his energies, he never allowed them to bring him to the point where his inner peace became threatened.